So we have some interesting energy out there in the atmosphere, and currently where I'm at in my part of the world, there's a rainstorm blowing through, and I was checking outside the window as I usually do when I'm just tapping into the frequency of the collective energy. And there was a spider out there desperately trying to batten down the hatches, not with much success because the water washed that spider right out. I do feel like something is being purified here. I do feel like a carefully laid plan, or shall we say trap, has been completely eliminated here. It has been washed out. It has been purified. Something's washed out. Something can't be salvaged. Something's not going to work. Somebody's not going to get caught up. Whoever thought that they could catch somebody up is being effectively eliminated in this situation, okay? Let's dive into this energy and see what's coming in here. We're going to open up with the Kipper deck. I don't do that very often, but I felt called to, just because the energy has been so convoluted lately, and I thought, let's just cut to the chase. Kipper gives it to you straight up, much like Cartomancy does. So we're going to bring in the Shadow Light playing cards. I also got some good old-fashioned glow-in-the-dark tarot we'll bring in too, so we can illuminate what might be hidden. We will be coming into eclipse season soon here, so you know things come back around the bend. And we already got a lot of retro action going on right now. Full moon going to be coming up in Aquarius on the 9th, so there's a lot of transformational energy building right now. And I do feel like it is exposure time. That is how the energy has been translating. It's how it's been coming through. But we're just going to look at the next 72 hours for the collective. This is for all signs. Whoever comes out, I'll call them out when I see them, okay? But do pay attention to the reality that we all can embody the signs at any given time. So try not to get too attached to it, all right? It's an expression of energy. And let's get some details here. What are we working with? Bottom of the deck. You see there's a pathway that's opening up here. This is the manifestation of the transformation. It is the light on the other side of the passage through the dark wood. It is not needing the breadcrumbs to find your way out because you already see the clearing up ahead. Butterfly medicine, stages of transformation, something that's been in the chrysalis state is ready to get its wings, and this pathway is emerging. Manifestation point, you have the strength to overcome what has weighed you down in the past. You have the strength to rise above it. You have the strength to overcome a particular challenger here as well, a trickster, maybe somebody who wove a web of deception or tried to set a particular trap for you, but you were able to wash the spider out. It's coming in with spider medicine. All right, so let's see what we got here. Any more details that want to emerge about this pathway that is becoming visible to the collective over these next 72 hours. These are timeless readings, but usually you'll start to get signs, synchronicities, internal nudges coming in within the first 72 hours that sort of set the template for how the energy will be playing out. And it's taking its time, okay? So I feel like something is in the process of being shuffled around. You may feel like something is taking its sweet time. Something's taking too long. You've been held up at a crossroads for a while here. Oh, but see, being held up from your happiness is about to come to an end. You might also hear of someone's untimely ending. There might be somebody who recently passed on that left something to you as well. Something that maybe makes it possible for this pathway to open up for you. You might be getting word about this. That courtship here on the bottom of the deck. This could even be somebody that you were romantically involved with at one point. There could be some kind of connection there. Somebody who is in a position of power, okay? Okay, may have even been a person of high honor. So it could have been somebody who was a leader in their community. They could have held a certain position that granted them a lot of exposure. They could have received some kind of honor in some way. I'm picking up military in relation to this, okay? Let's see what this is. It's got kind of like emperor energy around it. Any more details about this? Any more details about this? This could also be just a time in your life that's coming to a close and something is ready to begin. Some of you are experiencing an ending in a significant relationship. You may be focused on that right now and not understanding how the light is preparing to break through what may have been a very difficult situation. It may have been really difficult to let this go, to allow the wheel to turn in this situation. Any more details about this? What's coming to an end here with the coffin? What is coming to an end here with the coffin? Also today, I have to say, was the funeral for Ozzy. So I know there was a huge procession that came out of all of his fans. So certainly we've seen his family absolutely honoring his life, having a celebration of his life and sort of bringing the extended family into that. So I do feel this is tapping in to that energy a little bit. Hearing no more tears. Okay, so there's sort of like a bittersweet quality to this, I feel. I think there's an understanding that there's a release here, a release from suffering, but also that there's been a transformation here, and now there's going to be a different life sort of sprawling out before oneself. So it's got that energy, picking up a little bit of that macro energy there. And yes, we got the house here with judgment, okay? So again, I am picking up that there may be something that's being left to someone in the collective here as a result of somebody's passing. This could be a house, it could be connected to a property in some way. And this frees you from a certain level of toil and labor, okay? So there may be somebody who recognizes that you've been in a very difficult spot. You need some assistance. This may be somebody that was looking out for you, that you weren't even aware this person was looking out for you. It actually might come as a surprise to you to learn that you were considered in someone's will, okay? It's just really tapping into that energy quite strongly, I have to say. 39 coming in there, that's 12 hangman energy, okay? This also may be sort of like the way a certain karmic cycle is balanced out. This could be somebody who feels like maybe they didn't do right by you in life, and so they want to do right by you in their passing. They want to close things out proper. It's kind of heavy energy coming in here. I'm also picking up the piece that maybe somebody's fallen ill. Maybe somebody knows that they need to make some preparations. They know that there's certain things that they need to consider. This may be somebody who's needing your assistance, maybe some caregiving assistance. They might be discussing this with you, maybe even making some kind of legal arrangements in regards to this. With the toil and labor there, I do feel like there is this piece about there might be some work involved in this as well, or something that needs to be managed here. It could even be a house that needs to be managed in relation to this, right? Okay, and it looks like somebody being put in charge of this is a mature woman, okay, coming out as crossing energy. A mature woman's connected to this in some way. It does involve some kind of choice. There's a major decision that needs to be made here. This is a crossroads moment. Life path number 6 could be involved. A Gemini could be involved. Sagittarius energy, Leo energy out here on the board. Big Gemini energy. Again, coming out with marriage here. So this is obviously somebody where there was some kind of marriage, some kind of combining of assets here. There's some kind of communication coming in around this. And again, I kind of got a two-part sort of story here, because this also could be like the ending of a marriage and the coming together of another relationship here. I see that. Let me do a cut of the deck and see what we got. Message of concern. Number 14, Temperance energy. So yes, I do think that word is coming in around this. This message creates some kind of concern. I feel like it has more to do with like somebody's health or somebody's passing, and there might be something that needs to be navigated here. And it does involve unexpected income. Number 27, coming in with 9 there. There could also be a Virgo connected to this, all right? So this could take you by surprise, but it looks like it also gives you some kind of concern. Some kind of concern in relation to this. I think that there's preparations being made. That's how it feels to me. There's some kind of preparations being made here. And maybe you're playing some key role in this, and so there's some concern around how do I need to handle this. Let's get some more details about this, okay? I'm going to go ahead and look at each of these pieces individually just to get a real clear picture here of what could be going on. Put something on this coffin for me. It definitely has something to do with legacy energy, assets, the home, the family. There could be some theft involved in this situation. That could be that spider energy. Okay, there may have been somebody who was trying to interfere in a key relationship or trying to create division because maybe they wanted to seize some assets. Could have been a little bit of a Black Widow character. We had that energy come out on one of the individual sign reads. I think it was Aries, okay? So there could be an Aries connected to this. Certainly 10 breaks down to 1. So yes, that is the house of Aries. I think it's something that concerns you personally here. Something's putting your hackles up in relation to this word you're receiving. And some kind of judgment that's being made might even put you in two minds about something. Right? It's a crossroads moment. It's like a decision needs to be made here. A choice needs to be made, a definitive choice. There's a bridge that needs to be crossed. I see that. Bottom of the deck. There's a tower. And there's 2 people being cast out of this tower. So I do feel like there's been something a little sneaky. There's been some kind of deception. Something not quite right has gone down here. The revelation of it is a message of concern. It's shocking, but it's also something that does need to be exposed. Give me more details about this coffin. More details about this coffin, please. Let's get some more details about this coffin. What is this about? Look at this. Somebody is excessively worried, unable to sleep. Seriously stressed out here. This is somebody in a heightened fear space here. It's interesting because it's like double 19s. And that gives me that sun energy, but it also makes me feel like, you know, the sun is about happiness. It's about success. So if somebody was trying to orchestrate something like this, where they were trying to pull a fast one, they were trying to do something sneaky to try to steal someone's assets or work someone in some way, and they thought they were going to be successful with this, I feel like they're being exposed. And there's like this huge glaring light of scrutiny on this person that has them freaking out. That's what I feel. It may be destabilizing a situation for them as well, with them being outed here. Ooh, yes. There's not happiness here. There's fallout in the family in relation to this. Okay, tell me about this house. What's going on with the house? That came out really quick. King of Pentacles in reverse. You see, somebody thought that they could seize control of something, and it's not working. Whatever manipulation they were trying to pull here, it's coming undone. I see that. I feel like they worked really hard at this too. They thought they had something on lock. What do we got here? This is flying over here. Oh yes. This sneaking around, what they've been up to, this strategy they've had in place, full on exposure. It's not hidden anymore. If somebody had these intentions hidden or cloaked, it's being outed. I mean, that's all out exposure. Somebody has been up to something. They've been scheming. This is real conniving energy. This is an energy of spying, being too involved in business that you shouldn't even be involved in the first place. This person worked on this a long time. They tried to really work this situation. They may have been trying to work a King of Wands here. Okay, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in relation to this. I feel like whatever plan this was, it's coming undone. Like something's being called out here. King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in reverse. Something falling down here. Tower coming down. House of Cards coming down, okay? Tell me about this mature woman. Tell me about this mature woman. What do we need to know about this mature woman? Okay. Some kind of injury. Looks like 2 were injured in this situation. There's been some kind of financial loss. Maybe even being cast out. And here's someone rushing toward this person, this Knight of Wands energy. Why is this Knight of Wands rushing toward this mature woman? Why is this? Because they recognize she's the Empress. What fell away here? They're the bearer of bad news, though, with the Page of Wands in reverse. They're rushing in to tell this Empress of some kind of bad news. I think because there's 2 that are being exposed here, that we're trying to create some kind of loss for this Empress. 6 energy is Venusian energy. So coming in with the Empress, got Taurus energy that already came out with this like King of Pentacles in reverse. We also have Libra energy coming out here. Fire sign energy, really strong around this. Somebody's getting news about this and maybe they are kind of taken aback themselves in relation to this. Them receiving this news about what's been going on here creates concern for them. Maybe because they recognize that they had some kind of involvement or ties to this. What is the message of concern about? More details about this message of concern. Also, I feel like whoever this is that's rushing toward this Empress, they haven't been in contact with this person for a while. It looks like there's been no communication. Communication was really halted in this regard, and it comes in with the Pentacles energy in reverse. Something was purposefully slowed down here. Somebody's recognizing they invested in the wrong direction and now they got their guard up. They feel like they're in a den of wolves. They don't know who they can trust. They don't know who they can trust. Somebody's very confused here in this situation. I see this. It's like this news is freaking them out. Okay, cut of the deck here. And then we're going to dive into some more details. Yes, somebody is really in an imbalanced state right now. They feel like they're two ships passing in the night, this individual here, and they don't know how to resolve this situation. They're in a very imbalanced state right now. I feel like emotionally they're out of balance, but also there's something about their finances are out of balance as well, because they fell for some kind of illusion here. This person's really confused. And it was 2022 on the clock when that came in. So yeah, there's something about this. They recognize that they were building with the wrong people, that they trusted the wrong people. They invested with the wrong people. What's behind this? Because somebody pulled a fast one and it created a disadvantaged situation for two here. It's very clear. There's some kind of third influence here that was sort of running the show all along. And I feel like there were two that went along with this person's plans here, and they're really being left in a lurch. They feel like they got injured by attaching themselves to this situation. So I feel like they want to rush in toward this Empress because maybe they feel like there's something this Empress is not aware of. And yet they know that they can't just come in all like guns blazing because they're in sort of a compromised position because of their association with this. I just heard I should have never gotten involved with this. I should have never touched this. All right. My goodness. All right, let's get some more details here, bottom of the deck. Look, it comes out again. Jack of Diamonds. Somebody who they thought was a friend was really slowing them down. May have even been putting some fear into them about moving forward. Might have been overly cautious. Might have convinced them to invest. It comes through as like, invest in some scheme, invest in some plot, and now they realize what they got roped into. 9 of Spades. This is really being in fear. 8 of Spades, totally caught up in their head. They thought that they were going to, like, I don't know, get some big payout with this, or something was really going to work out in their favor. It's like coming through with star energy, but this is when you realize, nope, no star. I'm in the valley of the shadow. This is not going to work out well with the 10 of Hearts in the shadow. And it has something to do with a certain group of people that they were aligned with that really led them astray. And some nefarious plot here. They moved forward on some nefarious plot. This could have had something to, and it's double star energy. So whatever this is, it's like, I feel like something's being righted here. It's like somebody tried to intercept someone's star. They tried to intercept their north node, and now everything is going south, and they realize I'm not getting anything here except a big run of bad news, bad luck. My stability is being rocked here. There's no going forward. Like, there is no going forward here. Like, somebody is really stuck, and now they're being forced to let go. They're being forced to let go of something they were relentlessly pursuing in the past. Okay, give me more details about this. Got pretty strong Leo energy coming out here. Okay, this 2 of Clubs is in the light, and it just landed crossing this Empress. So it opens the road for this Empress, mature woman here, who maybe was at a loss, maybe had something taken from her unjustly. It looks like she's moving forward. Okay, so that this 9 of Wands energy, it's like she's getting the green flag. It's like, okay, it's time to go. It's go time. It's bad news for somebody here, though. But this is Dharma. This is what we call dharma dealing, all right? It's like somebody has walked the good red road in this situation, and somebody went left when they should have turned right. And I feel like whoever has been laying down the path ahead, brick by brick, and doing the work, it looks like it's this mature woman, Empress. Like she's got the road open for her. There's definitely divine play in play here. And she's discovering something that went down in the past. It's likely related to assets, inheritance, something in relation to work that was held up, that wasn't received because of some group that created this loss. It was an injustice. Coming up in the shadow here. And this is being rectified. It's being balanced out. Wow. I mean, it's a pretty like cut and dry story here. So I feel like the way that message came in initially, it's really solid. Like whoever was the architect of this malevolent design, like it's coming undone. They're getting caught. They're getting caught in their own trap. This message has been coming in quite frequently. And with that, we got the number 13. So yeah, it's absolutely the end in this situation. Let me do a cut of the deck. See what we got here. Got a Queen of Spades in the light. Okay, so big Libra energy coming in with that Empress. So it looks like justice in the favor of this Empress and some kind of security, stability being restored because of what was hidden coming to light. And it's something that somebody here didn't want discovered. Okay, coming in with 5 energy there, Hierophant energy. Somebody was in a position of power. Somebody who was pulling the strings in this situation, holding things up. It's bad news for them that this is being exposed. And I think, you know, they had their hearts set on a particular outcome here, but it ain't working out that way. Coming in with big Leo energy in relation to this. And we got some kind of restoration of independent wealth, financial stability, financial independence. Ooh. And it looks like this injustice may have even come from somebody they considered themselves to be really close to. They may have even considered this person be like part of their soul family or soulmate. Could have been somebody they used to be romantically involved with. Look, it comes out with death again. This is coming undone here. Okay. Life path 6 coming in relation to this mature woman. Life path 5 associated with some kind of conflict here. Some kind of serious debate. But whatever was invested here in moving in the wrong direction is being rectified. And it looks like we got a King of Clubs also coming out in the light here too. All right, so maybe 2 that were injured in this situation are coming out ahead as a result of this being exposed. We got, with that Clubs energy, King of Clubs can be like a very successful businessman. Also, fire sign energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. With the Queen of Spades in the light, we got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius there. Okay, we've had Libra indications. We've also had some star reference, Aquarius, and Gemini. So it could be any of those signs that are getting their road opened here. I'm curious, what's going on with the people who were involved in this little plot here? What's going on with the people involved in this little plot here to cause these problems? What's going down with the people who caused this interference, caused these problems, because it looks like it's not working out for them. Crossing energy, we got the Ace of Diamonds, okay, in the light. More details about this. What about this Ace of Diamonds? I think this is talking about this new, this wanted to come out, but it sort of like went back in, which is the been through a lot coming in, you know, but was blocked for a while. Okay, so I think they're going to still try to block this in some way. These people are relentless. They're going to still try to block it. I mean, I think they don't understand that they're outed. Like there's no way around this. Their cover's blown. They got a tower coming. I mean, it's the end to this. I feel like the repercussions could be pretty serious for them if they don't give it a rest. I really feel that. It doesn't look like the indications are good. It'll be severe loss for they're not getting this. They are not getting this. It's a loss for them. They are not getting this. They are not. They're not. It's not aligned for them. It's not happening. This is the rough side of the Wheel of Fortune. It's all out loss. It's all out loss. And this news is coming in. Okay, so just pay attention. I think you'll see signs of this. And we also have a King of Spades here in the light. Okay, so we got two here. Two that are aligned. All right. And there is like some kind of fire sign alerting about this. So this character could have strong fire, maybe air in their chart. But it's interesting the way it comes out. Have a look at this. I feel like there's a King of Clubs that's coming in to alert these two about what's been going on here. They're putting them in the loop just because they're facing each other in this way. Yeah, they're telling them about something that was hidden. Something that was hidden, something that's been going on behind the scenes. I kind of feel like getting a little bit of information with some numbers and some names here. So let's roll the dice, okay? We already had life path 5, 6 come out pretty strongly here. There could be life path 4 in the mix. I have quite a few 4 references. Life path 8 could also be involved. Life path 7, let's see what the dice say. We got life path 6, we got life path 1, life path 2, life path 8, okay? And then those who may be kind of outed, life path 4, life path 5, life path 3, potentially, okay? What's the date today? There might have been something that came through on the 26th that hinted at this, okay? There might be more news coming in on the 1st and the 2nd of August. That whole first week of August, that came out before. I do feel like by the end of that first week of August, there's some action that's taken here that puts one in a stronger position. And it brings an end to a karmic cycle. There's some situation here that involves a blind spot, okay? It's a 12th house matter. Something that was hidden. And it could have been like your loyalty to a person or a situation is what blinded you here. But I feel like where you were blinded, there's exposure, all right? And then this could involve, just in terms of astrologic houses, there could be a Virgo involved, a Libra involved, a Scorpio involved. There could be a Cancer involved, a Gemini involved, a Leo involved. Big Scorpio energy coming through here too. And Pisces, okay? All right, let's pull out the letter dice and just get a few names. If your name comes out, okay, and you're like, I had no part in some scheme. Look, the names are sometimes just coming through to say, hey, this message is for you. Pay attention. There's something you need to be aware of here, right? It doesn't mean that you're guilty. And if you're getting activated, I mean, what's that about? You shouldn't get activated if you know you've been moving, right? Right? It's just to provide some details. Oh, something rolled away there. Something's trying to make a break. What's trying to make a break? The letter I. Somebody's name that starts with I could be significant. Somebody trying to make a break in this situation. Fee, fi, fo, fum. That's what I got. Yeah, I feel like somebody was like almost like a giant type entity, you know, they held all the gold. They were really in a position of power. And maybe good old Jack climbed the beanstalk, you know. Maybe he was trying to rescue Madame Rufflebonnet, the golden goose. Because he knows her goose is cooked. And with that, I got IOU. Ooh, okay. Well, maybe Madame Rufflebonnet owes a particular giant something. Their goose is cooked. There might be somebody trying to save them, plead their case, get them out of a tight jam. Okay. I got the name Gia coming in here. I got the name Gianna coming in here. Got the name Fifi. That's interesting. It's not a name you hear very often. Got the name Pat. Patricia. Or Patrice. There's been like some long extended fight in relation to this, maybe even some kind of litigation. This could be something that has been going on within a family. I got like ancestral energy here. So we have this kind of Ina energy coming in. All right. There's something about figs. I don't know what that's about, but I got fig here. It may ding for somebody. Fig Newtons. Maybe somebody was eating fig Newtons recently. It's weird. Sometimes strange things come in as clues. Okay, I know that this is a big win for somebody, whatever this is. Whatever's getting outed here is a big win for somebody. But it does come as an ending for another. I got like, it's a complete knockout. TKO. In fact, somebody, I don't know, maybe somebody got knocked out. I don't know. There could be like a physical fight in relation to this, or there could be a boxer connected to this. Maybe even something about like gambling in relation to that. Vegas coming in there. Caesar's Palace, maybe even like a fight throne or something coming out around that. I got the name Vic. Got Vicky. So I got the name Kayla. Got the name Dino. Gino. There could be like an Italian connection. There's like a lot of Italian kind of names coming out here. Yeah, I got the name Vinny. Okay. Vince. All right. That's what I got. Sooner or later, this energy will clear out. It's been pretty funky lately. I see Vi coming in here too. All right. Vi, Violet, Violetta, Vivian. And in relation to that, I got an X. Okay. All right. That's what I got. I'll see you all tomorrow.